Reports of heavy gunfire in the Kirkland area, as well as...
Because just by looking out my window, I can see we're pretty much full.
Evacuation has started in some areas already, but we do have to stress that we have a strict limit to any belongings you can bring with you. Can't handle any major luggage, so just bring what's absolutely necessary. Some of the first Soviet soldiers are believed to have landed. I was in my car on my way to work, and I stuck in traffic as usual, and people started to get out of their cars. They were pointing to the sky. It was filled with these parachutes, and you could hear explosions coming from downtown. Like a big thunderstorm. Evacuation has started in some areas already, but we do have to stress that we have a strict limit to any belongings you can bring with you. Can't handle any major luggage, so just bring what's absolutely necessary. Some of the first Soviet soldiers are believed to have landed. I was in my car on my way to work, and I stuck in traffic as usual, and people started to get out of their cars. They were pointing to the sky. It was filled with these parachutes, and you could hear explosions coming from downtown. Like a big thunderstorm.
No enemy in the area. Weapons are cold. Over.
This just came in. We're looking at some very disturbing live footage here, and we got unconfirmed reports this morning that
no enemy in the area. Weapons are cold. Over.
many children have lost their parents. If you are searching for anyone or want to report somebody missing, please call 206-783... has joined us here in the studio. Sir, why didn't we see this attack coming?
To remain calm and stay indoors and keep a radio at hand for emergency broadcasts at all times.
The hospitals are undermanned and filled to capacity, and it's recommended that you bring any injured persons to either the Northwest Hospital or the Sacred Heart Medical Center. Citizens building barracks.
"227 lockdown now active. Any retreating soldiers will be executed for cowardice." Retreat under penalty of death.
Anti-air here, товарищ командир. We are leaving now.
We can scout, transport, or repair.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Стрела, avail drive to the coordinates. Where do you want some anti-Стрела? We'll defend the new position. We can provide. Moving out now, товарищ командир.
We've captured the command point.
Retreat under penalty of death.
We could clear the sky, товарищ командир. Anti-air here, товарищ командир. We are leaving now.
Not one step back, comrades!
Our AA missiles are... Go!
We
Where do
call
you want
upon the
some
sons of
anti-air?
the Rodina to fight harder.
We could clear the sky, товарищ командир.
The enemy captured the command point.
Our troops are filled with patriotic zeal. Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Товарищ командир, we're available. Getting to the position.
Как думаешь, в Штатах ковбои до сих пор не повывелись?
Ковбоев там полно. И быков, и телок.
Да, говорят, там голые телки прямо по улицам.
Factories are working overtime to enable our victory. The full might of the Soviet Union's mighty factories is now available.
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
The enemy captured the command point. The enemy captured the command point. Infantry, good to go.
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню.
Where do you want some anti-air?
Where do you need us? Affirmative. Moving. Engage the enemy. Товарищ командир, we're available.
General purpose vehicle available.
The enemy captured the command point.
Your command, товарищ командир. Attack the enemy!
Keypad 4, laser 1255, 280 100 meters facing east-west run in. You are cleared on. Karen 43 out.
The enemy captured the command point.
We have eliminated the hostile вертолет.
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
We could clear the sky, товарищ командир.
The enemy captured the command point.
Товарищ командир, we're available. We go.
That helicopter didn't stand a chance. Our AA missiles are ready to be fired. Want us to create a no-fly zone?
Factories are working overtime to enable our victory.
There is one less helicopter in the sky. Strela, available for heavy air defense.
Infantry ready for combat. Fire at will.
That helicopter didn't stand a chance. Want us to create a no-fly zone? Drive to the coordinates.
Where do you need us? Affirmative. Moving.
Our AA missiles are ready to be fired.
командир ждет приказа. Готовы к огню.
Товарищ командир, we're available.
We have eliminated a hostile вертолет. Want us to create a no-fly zone? That helicopter didn't stand a chance. Strela available for heavy air defense. There is one less helicopter in the sky.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
We have eliminated a hostile вертолет. That helicopter didn't stand a chance. There is one less helicopter in the sky.
Not
We have
one
eliminated
step
a
back,
hostile
comrades.
вертолет.
The full might of the Soviet Union's mighty factories is now available. Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Anti-air reporting in. We will move to the position.
You can request new units now, товарищ командир.
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Retreat under penalty of death.
Our AA missiles are ready to be fired.
100 meter spacing, east-west.
Anti-air
Fresh
reporting in.
conscripts have arrived.
Terran 4-3 out.
Got a lock on the enemy. Атакуй! That helicopter didn't stand a chance. Hostile target neutralized.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
We disabled. We're tracking the target. Hostile infantry destroyed. We are engaging that hostile. One less helicopter in the sky. Товарищ командир, hostile destroyed. Hostile tank invaded now.
Any aircraft, this is Thrush 2, actual. Need immediate CAS on target, painted laser 1-5.
Transport is ready to drive.
Danger close, danger close.
Вот an artillery barrage.
The enemy captured the command point.
Our troops are filled with patriotic zeal.
General purpose vehicle available. Engaging hostiles, товарищ командир.
Where is the heavy anti-air needed? Tracking that hostile. Атакую!
4-3, need ordnance on mark target 409.
Infantry field, товарищ командир.
12552 AGN.
Not one step back, comrades.
East-west run it. You are cleared high.
Transport is ready to drive. Стреляй!
We can provide it moving.
General purpose vehicle available. Engaging hostiles, товарищ командир. Transport is ready to drive. Hostile spotted.
You can
Атакуйте!
request new units now, товарищ командир.
East-west run it. You are cleared high. 4-3, need ordnance on mark target 409.
Transport is ready to drive. Hostile spotted. Атакуйте!
East-west run it. You are cleared high. 4-3, need ordnance on mark target 409.
General purpose vehicle available. Engaging hostiles, товарищ командир. Transport is ready to drive. Hostile spotted. Атакуйте!
Товарищ командир, we're under fire!
Acknowledged. Contact firing mortars.
We took out that soldier. Товарищ командир, we're under fire! They're firing on us!
Moving to a new firing position.
Artillery is taking heavy fire!
227 lockdown now
Heavy
active.
fire support here.
Any retreating soldiers will be executed for cowardice.
Molotov here. The provided strike area was empty. Out.
Not one step back, comrades.
We could clear the sky, Tоварищ командир. We will move to the position. Anti-air report enemy side. Стреляй! Where do you want... Вертолет hit! That's one kill for us! Fire at that target! Anti-air unit is under
Soviet war
attack!
machine is ready to send replacement tanks. Our troops are filled with patriotic zeal.
Shaika is inbound with a troop transport. Over.
Not one step back, comrades.
Heavy armor here. Our tracks are steady. Fire smoke grenades.
Transport dropped off at the specified location. Shaika out.
Get aboard.
Factories are working overtime to enable
They are
our
attacking
victory.
us.
Your requested
Enemy
unit has
spotted.
arrived.
Target
Out.
and engage. We're engaged.
Our troops are filled with patriotic zeal.
The enemy captured the command
Acknowledged.
point.
Dropping off a transport at the provided coordinates.
Fight harder, or you lose.
Retreat under penalty of death.
We can scout transport. Rolling, Товарищ командир. We're taking some hits here.
Transport dropped off at the
The
specified
full
location.
might of the
Shaika
Soviet
out.
Union's mighty factories is now available.
Affirmative. Delivering a transport for you now. Troop transport delivered as requested. Over.
And shooting anyone coming there.
The scale of the attack is still unclear at this point, but we will get you more detailed reports as soon as possible.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, we knew they meant trouble over in Europe, but what on earth are they doing here?
Reports of heavy gunfire in the Kirkland area, as well as...
Because just by looking out my window, I can see we're pretty much
Evacuation has started in some areas already, but we do have to stress that we have a strict limit to any belongings you can bring with you. Can't handle any major luggage, so just bring what's absolutely necessary. Some of the first Soviet soldiers are believed to have landed.
Retreat under penalty of death. Not one step back, comrades.
Anti-air here, товарищ командир. Drive. We could clear the sky, товарищ командир. We will move to the position. Want us to create a no-fly zone?
We
Moving
call
out
upon
now,
the
товарищ
sons of
командир.
the Rodina to fight harder.
We can scout, transport, or repair. Rolling, товарищ командир.
Retreat under penalty of death. Not one step back, comrades.
Стрела available for heavy air defense. Moving out now, товарищ командир. Anti-air reporting in. Go.
The full might of the Soviet Union's mighty factories is now available.
The American army got the supply base.
Our troops are filled with patriotic zeal. Retreat under penalty of death.
Where do you want some anti-air? We can provide air defense. Strela will defend the new position. Drive to the coordinates. Anti-air...
The Soviet war machine is
Our
ready to send
AA
replacement
missiles are
tanks.
ready to be fired. Moving. Drive. Shilka available for AA. Coordinates received. Driving.
The shipping docks belong to us.
Acknowledge. Dropping off a transport at the provided coordinates. Bringing in a light tank at your provided coordinates. Out.
The capitalists took control over the main base.
Troop transport delivered
Want
as
us to
requested.
create a
Over.
no-fly zone? Enemy sighted. Стреляй!
We can scout, transport. We are driving now. Engaging.
We can provide air defense. We are engaging that
A light tank
sky.
was deployed at the coordinates.
Товарищ командир, roll out.
Our AA missiles are ready to be fired.
Union Center is controlled by the enemy.
Medium AA can defend the airspace. Affirmative. Shilka will move to those coordinates.
General purpose vehicle of the engaging hostiles, товарищ командир.
Infantry. Reaper 2
Want us to create a no-fly zone? Enemy sighted. Стреляй!
Keypad tree. Laser code 1700. Engage pilot discretion. How copy, over.
We are engaging that hostile. Стрела. Avail. Moving. Got a lock on the enemy. Атакуй! Target infantry neutralized. We are engaging that hostile. We disabled the enemy.
The enemy captured this. The tunnel entrance is lost to the enemy.
Retreat under penalty of death!
Where do you want some anti-air?
Factories are working overtime to enable our victory. Fresh conscripts have arrived.
We can provide air defense.
The engine is working. Товарищ командир, push it hard and drive fast.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Rolling.
Lantern 6-5. Aaron 4-3. Need ordnance on marked target 409er 8. Keypad 4. Laser 1255. 2 AGMs. 100 meter spacing. East-west run in.
We will airdrop a light tank. Check out. Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates? Shaika here. The light tank was dropped off without incident. Over.
The tunnel entrance is lost to the enemy.
Our troops are filled with patriotic zeal.
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню.
Not one step back, comrades.
Clear the sky, товарищ командир. Anti-air reporting in. Put go.
The American army got the supply base.
The full might of the Soviet Union's mighty factories is now available.
Immediate CAS on target. Painted laser 1599. Danger close. Danger close. How copy? Over.
Troop transport is on the way. Shaika out. Shaika here. Delivering a light tank to your position. Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Killed some soldati.
This is Shaika. We have delivered your transport. Out.
Any aircraft. This is Thrush 2. Actual. Need immediate CAS on target. Painted laser 1599er. Danger close. Danger close. How copy? Over.
Your requested unit has arrived.
Armored transport is ready to go. Hostile, locked and engaged. Fire the missile immediately! Launching missile now! Fire an 85.
We have eliminated the hostile вертолет.
This is Nomad 5-1.
Launch the 85 missile. Armored transport is providing supporting fire.
Pad 3. Target mark.
Affirmative. Delivering a transport for you now.
Pilot discretion. How copy?
APC here. Your orders.
Our AA missiles are ready to be fired. We could clear the sky, товарищ командир.
We're ready to strike.
Transport dropped off at the specified location. Chaika out.
Main base is ours.
This is Nomad 5-1. As frag. Vehicle target. Grid
We
0,
killed their infantry.
Pad 3. Target mark. Laser 1. Fight. Niner. Pilot discretion. How copy?
Affirmative.
The American
Dropping
army
airborne
got the
troops at the
supply
coordinates.
base.
We took out that soldier.
Nomad 5-1. As frag.
Not one step back, comrades.
Got the enemy, товарищ командир.
Keypad 3. Target marked. Laser 1. Fight. Niner.
The main
Pilot
base has been
discretion. How
breached.
copy?
Anti-air reporting in.
Airborne infantry delivered.
Not one step back, comrades.
Apex 4-3. This is Nomad 5-1. As frag.
Incoming
Target.
fire.
Grid 0-1-4-2. Keypad 3. Target marked. Laser 1. Fight.
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню.
Factories are working overtime to enable our victory.
Armored truck. Launch the missile now! Launching missile now! Launch the missile now!
Fired 6-5.
Launching missile now!
Ordnance on mark target
Launch this
4-0.
now! Launch the missile!
Keypad 4. Laser 1-2-5-5. 2 AGMs. 100
The American
meters
army
spacing
got the
east-west
supply
run
base.
in. You are cleared hot. Heron 4-3 out.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Anti-air here, товарищ командир. Enemy side. Стрелять!
The
Capitalists
full
took
might of
control
the
over the
Soviet
main base.
Union's mighty factories is now available.
General purpose vehicle moving out, quickly. Get to the coordinates really quick. We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage. Transport is ready to hostile spotted. Атакуйте!
Affirmative. We will airdrop a light tank. Shaika out.
Anti-air here, товарищ командир.
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню.
Fight harder, or you lose.
Shaika here. The light tank was dropped off without incident. Over.
That helicopter didn't stand a chance.
Shaika is inbound with a troop transport. Over. Mortar strike requested. Firing away. Out.
Heavy fire support here.
Cargo
Got any
arrived at the
coordinates?
designated coordinates. Shaika out.
The main base is ours.
Fire mission completed. Mortar standing by. Small dog out. Shaika here. Delivering a light tank to your position. Acknowledged. Dropping off a transport at the provided coordinates. This is Shaika. The light tank was deployed at the coordinates.
Incoming fire! Watch out!
Ordnance on mark target 4098.
APC here, fire on 85 at that hostile.
2 AGMs. 100 meter spacing east-west running.
Target tank
You were cleared
disabled.
hot. Heron 4-3 out.
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
We destroyed an AA unit.
Main base has been
Acknowledged.
reached.
Dropping in a light tank. Out.
Reaper 2-1, this is Nomad 5-1. As fragged. Vehicle.
They are engaging us!
2071, keypad tree. Laser code 1700. Engage at pilot discretion. How copy, over.
We should move the BMP-2.
They're taking hit!
Any aircraft, any
We
aircraft.
will
This is
engage the
North
enemy in our
The light tank was dropped off without incident.
Laser
Main base is ours.
1599er.
Launching
Danger close,
85
danger close.
missiles.
How copy, over.
Yes!
Shaika is inbound with a troop transport. Over.
Factories are working overtime to enable our victory.
Transport dropped off at the specified location. Shaika out. Firing mortars. The barrage will reach you soon. Molotov out.
Retreat under penalty of death!
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Retreat under penalty of death!
Molotov here. Mortar strike executed. Over. Troop transport is on the way. Shaika out.
The full might of the Soviet Union's mighty factories is now available.
Troop transport delivered as requested. Over.
Want us to create a no-fly
Artillery
zone?
is available.
Union center is controlled by the enemy. The tunnel entrance is lost to the enemy. The main base has been breached.
Shaika here. Delivering a light tank to your position. The light tank was deployed in the coordinates. 4-3 out.
Armored transport is red. Fire an 85 at that hostile. Launch the missile now! Launching missile now!
Reaper 2-1, this is
Launch the missile now!
As vehicle. Grid
Fire the missile!
074.
Launch the missile by the enemy.
1700. Engage at pilot discretion. How copy? Over.
We can deploy and lay down the heavy barrage.
Apex forward retreat. This is Nomad 5-1. As frag. Vehicle target. Grid 0142. Keypad 3. Target 1. Laser 1. Fight. Niner. Pilot discretion. How copy?
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Retreat under penalty of death! Retreat under penalty of death.
Give us some support!
Political officers are ready to deploy, Comrade Commander. More propaganda is available to be dropped on the fascisti.
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню. We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Propaganda opening the eyes of the enemy.
Bringing in a light tank at your provided coordinates. Out. Chaika is inbound with a troop transport. Over.
Union center is controlled by the enemy.
Affirmative. Delivering a transport for you now. Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates? This is Chaika. We have delivered your transport. Out. This is Chaika. We have delivered your transport.
Need ordnance
Out.
on mark target 409 or 8, keypad 4, laser 1255, 2 AGMs, 100 meter spacing, east-west run in. You are cleared hot. Karen 4-3 out.
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Enemy
Артиллерия
infantry is
ждет
dead.
приказа. Готовы к огню.
Raining propaganda at the targeted location.
General purpose vehicle
Hostile
available.
infantry neutralized.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Reaper 2-1, this is Nomad 5-1. As fragged, vehicle, grid 2071, keypad tree, laser code 1700. Engage at pilot discretion. How copy, over?
Union center is controlled by the enemy.
Affirmative. Delivering a transport for you now.
Not one step back, comrades. Not one step back, comrades.
Troop transport delivered as requested. Over. Troop transport is on the way. Chaika out.
We call upon the sons of the
Heavy
Rodina
fire
to fight
support here.
harder.
Got any coordinates? Transport division available. Go. Transport dropped off at the specified location. Chaika out.
The main base is ours.
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
We have secured the tunnel entrance.
171, keypad tree, laser code 1700. Engage pilot discretion. How copy, over?
Shaika here, delivering a light tank to your position.
Forward 3, this is Nomad 5-1. As frag, vehicle target. Grid 0142. Keypad tree. Target marked, laser 1, Fife, Niner. Pilot discretion, how copy?
The main base has been breached.
Troop transport is on the way. Shaika out.
Union center is controlled by the
They're
enemy.
engaging us!
Your requested unit has arrived.
APC here. What can we do for you? We got that
CBS on target pain, laser 159er. Danger close, how copy, over?
We should move the BMP launching missile now! Killed some infantry!
We couldn't hold the
Transport
tunnel.
dropped off at
available.
the specified location. Shaika out. Shaika is inbound with the troop transport. Over.
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Propaganda opening the eyes of the enemy. Retreat under penalty of death.
This is Shaika. We have delivered your transport. Out.
Transport is ready to drive.
Shaika is inbound with the troop transport. Over.
Retreat under penalty of death.
This is Thrush 2, actual, need immediate
We can
CAS
scout,
on target
transport,
pain, laser
or repair.
1599.
Affirmative. We are
Danger
driving.
close, danger close, how copy, over?
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Political officers are ready to deploy, Comrade Commander.
We have secured the tunnel.
There is one less helicopter in the sky.
Артиллерия ждет приказа.
This is
Готовы к
Shaika.
огню.
We have delivered your transport. Out.
The main base is ours. Union center is controlled by the enemy.
They're engaging us!
The main base has been breached.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Raining propaganda at the targeted location.
That helicopter didn't stand a chance. We killed that one. Enemy neutralized.
More propaganda is available to be dropped on the fascisti.
CAS on target pain and laser 1599. Danger close, how copy, over?
Strela available for heavy air defense. Got a lock on the enemy. Атакуй! Our AA missiles are ready to be fired. Enemy sighted. Стреляй! Want us to create a no-fly zone?
Killed some soldiers.
We are engaging that hostile. Strela, available for heavy air defense.
The American army got the supply base.
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Not one step back, comrades!
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Fresh conscripts have arrived. Propaganda opening the eyes of the enemy.
Want us to create a no-fly zone? Moving out now, товарищ командир.
Factories are working overtime to enable our victory.
Affirmative. Delivering a transport for you now.
Strela,
Retreat under penalty of
available for
death.
heavy air defense. We are engaging that hostile. Getting to that perimeter now.
Union center is controlled by the enemy.
Got a lock on the enemy. Атакуй!
The full might of the Soviet Union's mighty factories is now available.
That perimeter is our destination.
Cargo arrived at the designated coordinates. Chaika out.
Strela got the hostile on the radar.
We're taking some hits here.
We can provide air defense.
Troop transport, need order. What an artillery barrage.
Target mark, laser 159er.
Take charge. Transport is ready to drive. We're on the roll.
Bringing in a light tank at your provided coordinates. Out.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Raining propaganda at the targeted location.
Light tank delivered as ordered. Chaika out.
We are holding Union
Our
center.
AA missiles are ready to be fired. Enemy sighted. Стреляй! Attacking that building.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Want us to create a no-fly zone? Lock and fire at that target. Firing an anti-air missile. Got a lock on the enemy. Атакуй! We are heading for that perimeter.
Any aircraft, this is Thrush 2, actual. Need immediate CAS on target, painted laser 159er.
NBC here.
Danger close. How copy, over?
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Strela.
Propaganda
Available
opening the
for heavy
eyes of
air
the enemy.
defense. We are engaging that hostile. Enemy sighted. Стреляй! Got a lock on the enemy. Атакуй! Hostile infantry destroyed. Driving.
Want an artillery barrage?
Our artillery will pulverize the enemy.
Готовы к огню. Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню. We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Raining propaganda at the targeted location.
Acknowledged. Dropping off a transport at the provided coordinates.
.227 lockdown now active.
Delivered as requested.
Any
Over.
retreating soldiers will be executed for cowardice.
Товарищ командир, BMP-2 is available.
Any aircraft, this is Thrust 2.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
On target pain and laser 1.
Fire the missile immediately!
Danger close.
Launching
Danger
missile
close.
now!
Copy, over.
Fire the missile immediately!
Our AA missiles are ready to be fired. We are engaging that hostile.
The Soviet war machine is ready to send replacement tanks.
We're getting shot at here. We killed their infantry.
As frag, vehicle target. Grid 014.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Target marked. Laser 159er. Pilot discretion. How copy?
Propaganda opening the eyes of the enemy.
Launch the missile now! Fire the missile!
Reaper 2-1, this is Nomad 5-1.
Hostile infantry down!
Grid 2071, keypad tree. Laser code 1700. Engage pilot discretion. How copy?
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
227 lockdown now active. Any retreating soldiers will be executed for cowardice.
We can deploy and lay down the heavy barrage. Ready, товарищ командир.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Товарищ командир, приказ. Artillery is available.
Union Center is no longer ours.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Available for heavy air defense. Anti-air here, товарищ командир. Moving heavy AA to new coordinates.
Just provide some coordinates. Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню. We can deploy and lay down the heavy barrage.
Our AA missiles are ready to be fired. Enemy sighted. Стрелять! Стрела will defend the new position.
Troop transport is on the way. Chaika out. Chaika is inbound with the troop transport. Over. Acknowledged. Dropping in a light tank. Out. Affirmative. We will airdrop a light tank. Chaika out.
Our troops are filled with patriotic zeal.
Transport dropped off at the specified location. Chaika out. This is Chaika. We have delivered your transport. Out. Chaika here. The light tank was dropped off without incident. Over.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates? Heavy fire support here.
Retreat under penalty of death. Propaganda at the targeted location.
Light tank delivered as ordered. Chaika out.
You can request new units now, товарищ командир.
We can scout, transport, or repair. Off it, rolling.
The American army got the supply base.
Incoming fire! Watch out! Armored transport is ready to go. Fire the missile immediately! Launching missile now! Launch the missile now!
General purpose vehicle available.
10 minutes remaining.
Killed some infantry!
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню.
Propaganda opening the eyes of the enemy.
Lock and fire at that target. Target their building and destroy it. anti-air will take out the target. Attacking that building. Target their building and destroy it. We are engaging that hostile. Infantry, eliminate. Firing an anti-air missile.
More propaganda is available to be dropped on the fascisti.
Heavy anti-air will take out the target. That building is the target. Firing an anti-air missile.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Raining propaganda at the targeted location. Propaganda opening the eyes of the enemy.
Any aircraft, this is Thrush 2, actual, need immediate CAS on target, painted laser 159er. Danger close, how copy, over?
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Apex forward 3, this is Nomad 5-1, as fragged, vehicle target, grid 0142, keypad 3, target marked, laser 159er. Pilot discretion, how copy?
We're engaged!
We can deploy and lay down a heavy barrage.
Raining propaganda at the targeted location.
Acknowledged. Dropping off a transport at the provided coordinates. Acknowledged. Dropping off a transport at the provided coordinates. Cargo arrived at the designated coordinates. Chaika out.
Propaganda opening the eyes of the enemy.
Transport dropped off at the specified location. Chaika out.
Capitalist Space Needle is in our hands.
.227 lockdown now active. Any retreating soldiers will be executed for cowardice.
Chaika here. We will deliver your requested spetsnaz.
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Готовы к огню.
This is Chaika. The light tank was deployed at the
Not
coordinates.
one step back, comrades.
is available. Launch the 85 missile. Fire the missile immediately!
As fragged, vehicle.
Launch the missile now! Hostile infantry down! Launching missile now!
1700.
Fire the missile immediately!
Copy, over.
APC here. Fire an
We can
85
request
at
new
the
units
target.
now, Tavarish
Chaika
Commander.
here. We
Fire
dropped
an
off the
85.
spetsnaz where you requested.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Raining propaganda at the targeted location.
Heavy fire support here. Got any coordinates?
Chaika is inbound with a troop transport. Over. Troop transport is on the way. Chaika out.
We can deploy and lay down the heavy barrage. Provide some coordinates.
Troop transport delivered as requested. Over. Troop transport delivered as requested. Over.
Transport is moving out, quickly.
You're in control of the supply base. One minute remaining.
We're under fire! We're taking some hits
Supply
here.
base was lost.
We can deploy and lay down the heavy
We can
barrage.
provide air defense.
Artillery ready, товарищ командир.
Propaganda opening the eyes of the enemy.
Want us to move troops or repair something?
Bringing in a light tank at your provided coordinates. Out. Acknowledged.
We took out
Dropping
that
off a
soldier.
transport at the provided coordinates.
2-1, this is known at 5-1. As fragged, vehicle. Grid 2071, keypad tree. Laser code 1700. Engage.